Everything I've said in the last 24 minutes, throw it in the out the window if it's Salah against Zinchenko. Then I'm saying win.
What's going on, people? Troops TV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, you understand? Obviously, Liverpool time, you get me? Like, there's only one person I could actually talk about this game with properly, blood. You get me? If I get that peanut head involved, he's just going to try to bring banter to the thing, blood. You get me? I need to have banter and a proper football conversation. So I've pulled up on my broski Hussam, blood. You get me? You know the vibes, blood. Make sure you subscribe to Don Hussam, blood. You get me? Firstly, I want to say I'm loving the new setup, blood. You get me? You've left the tunnel. You understand? You left the tunnel, blood. He's patting up the thing, blood. Yeah, he's all looking better than mine right now. You understand? Big up the broski. I love what you're doing, bro. What are you telling me, though, man?
Big up. We're back on Troops TV with a new setup. You get me? As you guys can see, right in front of your eyes. And it's been mad, man. I remember filming from the prison cell, but now we made it out. Now we're here with accessories and equipment and the thing where I can move my microphone, you get me, and a HD camera. So alhamdulillah, we made it here, you get me. And we're back on Troops TV, Liverpool Arsenal preview. I know we're gonna draw each other in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup as well, so I'm gonna be back on this channel when we draw each other. So yeah, big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing.
How are you feeling for this game, blood? You get me? Firstly, let me ask how you're feeling about your team, blood. You understand? Because you was very, you what's the word, blood? You was a bit pessimistic with the appointment of Arne Slot. You weren't really with it. You weren't really with it. You thought it was a downgrade. You thought that you would be more in a race for top four, but it's looking like you're leading the title race at this moment in time, blood.
I mean, no one I don't even think if you brought Arne Slot himself on this preview, he would have told you that he's going to win 11 out of the first 12 games. I don't think if Arne Slot was sat next to me right now, he'd go like, yeah, I expected to win 11 out of 12. Like, you know, the way he's Dutch in it. So the way he'd speak, he'd go like, I expected to win 12 out of 12. And then he'd mention the Forest loss. And he just, by the way, his head's gone by the Forest loss. He just mentions it in every press conference, in every interview. Post-match against Chelsea, he spoke about Forest unnecessarily. Like, it's just, yeah, his head's gone from that defeat still. But which is a good thing, which shows he's a winner. But look, with the Slot thing, obviously, I've explained it to Troops, and he knows as well my thoughts on it. Well, I wanted Xabi Alonso at the time, and I wanted Amorim as well. So when the Slot thing happened, I'm like, who the hell is Arne Slot? And at the end of the day, obviously, I had an emotional reaction. Everyone knows I wear my emotions on my sleeve. But obviously, I did say from the beginning, I'm backing him. From the start of the season, after the transfer window, he said, yo, I'm backing Arne Slot. The guy had to sit in press conferences and answer for the people upstairs' crimes. But we've had a fantastic start to the season. Absolutely incredible start to the season. Every week, it's like, Liverpool haven't played anyone yet. I'm like, bro, like, we've played half of the team in this Premier League. Like, what do we keep telling we haven't played anyone yet? We go away to Leipzig, keep a clean sheet. We win at the San Siro. We beat Bologna at home as well. So we've had 3 wins. Currently, actually top of the Champions League table as well with Aston Villa, both Aston Villa and Liverpool, which is well done to Unai Emery as well with the job he's doing. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Sometimes I feel like we go a bit too defensive. Like last night, obviously, this is being filmed on a Thursday. The game against Leipzig, I felt like we went a bit defensive too soon. But if it works and you get the results, you can't complain. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm very happy. Obviously, strongest defense in the league. At this point, I don't think anyone can question it. And I was one of the people as well, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, had we done a stream together, you would have heard me say, like, I don't think we've played anyone yet regarding like our strongest defense in the league thing. But then I saw Arsenal concede goals to Leicester, Southampton, City conceding to Fulham, to Wolves, to Brentford. I was like, listen, by definition, we're the strongest defense now. It's just not a conversation, you know. So I'm very happy with where we're at right now. But long term, come May time, this will only change if we do something in January. And that's just my honest opinion, because we ain't going to play the starting 11 every single game in every single competition from now to the end of the season and make it out. That's just my opinion on the situation.
Your guy Luis Diaz is stepped up, blood. You understand? Like, I think he was watching the videos last year, blood. You understand? Because he's probably, apart from Salah, he's arguably been your best forward, fam.
He has been. He has been. You know, I've been clipped up in Colombia. Once again, clipped up in Colombia. Shout out to the bald guy that clips me up. You get me? Been clipped up again. But we made peace. After he scored 2 goals against Man United, we made peace with the Colombians. I think I am allowed in Bogota without you know, I'm allowed in the country now.
Bro,
You know, it's funny because now the Hungarians hate me because of what they say about Soboslai. Man's like getting banned all over the world, you know. But listen,
I don't
Diaz
think
is,
any Liverpool fan rates Szoboszlai. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, he's just listen. We'll speak, but with Diaz, he's having a great season compared to what he was doing before. His decision making in the final third, the goal scoring is there, which is what we need more of. You know, you're one of the people that maybe weren't as excited when Havertz came in, but when he gets 21 goals and assists in 20 games, you can't keep saying, "Oh, he's crap, he's crap." That's just not how football works. So we need more consistency. We must remember this is still October, so we need more consistency to get the apology at the end of all this. But yeah, I'm very happy with a lot of players in this team, to be honest with you.
Gravenberch is what they thought Szoboszlai would be, I lie.
Listen, man, we have our own version of Gallagher. He's from Hungary. You get me? That's it. We have Gallagher. Wallahi. You know, I was doing a show with Mo last week. He was describing the Chelsea game. He was like, Slot spoke to Szoboszlai before the game and said, I don't want you to be a football player, be a dog. And I was like, Mo, you're describing what
Because
Lewis
he
used to
just
say about
like
Gallagher.
that's the thing. Off the ball, it's there, but on the ball, it's just non-existent.
We play you this Sunday. One of the first names on the team sheet for me is Szoboszlai. Why? Because he will run. I swear to God. That's honestly why I'm starting him. And he's gonna press Declan Rice. Every time Rice gets the ball, I know Szoboszlai just running. Run, Sobo, run. And he's just there. He got me running. But he said it himself. He said it in his press conference yesterday that he should get more GA. Arne Slot called him out as well and said our number 10 need to get more GA. It's funny because I'd say probably him and Robertson have the worst technique out of our starting 11. And he's the number 10. The number 10 is supposed to be Jogo Bonito. You know, he's supposed to be like, I'm the technique guy who dribbles and does this and does that. Anytime he has the ball in the final third, I want to stick pins in my eyeballs because he never makes any correct decision. To be honest with you, never makes any correct decision ever. Like, I don't remember the last time he made a pass and I went like, wow, Szoboszlai, what a pass, you know? But he's running around and he's making tackles. Against Chelsea, he had the block on Cole Palmer. The guy ran like 30 yards, chased him and had the tackle on him, which is also something that we need. But with Gravenberch, I don't think Ryan Gravenberch himself expected this. I know there's people who waffle and like, oh, he backed.
Is he overperforming then, in your opinion?
100%. 100%. Can you imagine me putting Gravenberch in a combined...
Like, you know, like with pep tax, they say, oh, like Doku's kind of looking kind of better than last year. You know, they say a year. Did Gravenberch maybe need a year, blood?
No, but I think under a different style of manager, it's suited him a bit better. Imagine last season I put Gravenberch in a combined 11. You would laugh at me. Now, if I put Gravenberch in a combined 11, yeah, I understand. Because he's just doing everything as a complete footballer. I still think our best midfielder is McAllister because every time he plays, we're a different team. Like he's just him. But Gravenberch this season, I think it's not that crazy to say with Rodri out and the way that maybe Rice isn't performing up to the standard that I would say he has been the best DM in the league this season. It's just everything he does going forward with the ball. You know, we just spoke about Szoboszlai. Gravenberch is the opposite. Technique is on point. You know, ball carrying, dribbling out of the press, passing the ball. Even the game against Chelsea, he had like a, how can I say this, like a unsung hero game, you know, where maybe he wasn't like unbelievably sublime or anything, but every time he got the ball, he managed to help get us out of the press, out of the Chelsea press, which is impressive. But I think, look, different managers make different players look different. Like Jota, as an example, probably looks way better under Klopp than he does under Slot. Way better. I don't think you watch Liverpool now and you're like,
Jota's been kind of poor this year. I know we got
yeah,
injured again, unfortunately.
But with the Klopp system and you get like a chance after chance after chance after chance, Jota will look amazing. And it's just running and work rate and gegenpress. But Gravenberch is the opposite because Klopp, you already know the Klopp system. It's 2 workhorse 8s and a DM who's a tackler. So which one is Gravenberch? None. That's why maybe he didn't suit the system like that. But he is shining right now, and I'm very impressed with what he's doing. I don't even think he himself expected this shit. So yeah, but he's doing really well.
So you said that Szoboszlai would be the first name on the team sheet. What would your midfield be against us? Because obviously we've got issues with our midfield. We don't even know who we're going to start, blood.
You have one big issue on the left, which we'll speak about in a second. But midfield, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. It picks itself. I don't need to listen. When it ain't broke, don't fix
Curtis
it.
Jones misses out after that performance against Chelsea.
Yeah, but still, like McAllister and Gravenberch
He was
are better.
rested. So would he be? He was rested for the Leipzig game. So would he be brought back into the side?
There is a world in which maybe you drop Szoboszlai and start Curtis Jones, but I see McAllister and Gravenberch both starting 100%. I don't see a world in which both of them don't start. They have to start. They're our two best midfielders. Regardless of Curtis Jones' performance against Chelsea, those two still are our best midfielders. Now, whether it's Szoboszlai or Curtis Jones, it depends. Does Arne Slot want more of the ball or less of the ball, or what exactly is his game plan? If you ask me what I think Slot will do, I think he's going to go McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, because he needs Szoboszlai's work rate. And listen, Curtis Jones, there's plenty of games to go around, plenty of games to play. You already know what's going to happen after this next international break. Hell, a game every 2 days, 3 days. So everyone's going to get game time. Everyone's going to play. But right now, look, if I were a betting man, I'm not, because haram, don't bet. If I were a betting man, I'd choose those three. I think he isn't going to change it, to be honest with you, from Leipzig.
So it's looking like Van Dijk's going to sign a 2-year deal. Well, that's on the table. You get me? That's good news for you. But Trent, them Madrid rumors are picking up pace, blood. Marca are starting to report that he's said that he's not going to sign a new contract. He could be leaving on a free. What's your thoughts on that? Because I know some Liverpool fans have said that if he was to walk out on a free, it's kind of the Steve McManaman treatment. You're dead to us. Because he's a scout.
Yeah, but I listen, I completely disagree with it because I know who our owners are. And if I'm in Trent's place, I'd go to Madrid as well. Because the guy achieved everything at Liverpool Football Club. We won it all, literally, in the Klopp era. Won everything there is to win. And the way that Liverpool operate, with not really spending money, not showing ambition. If you're in Trent's place, will you trust your future in the hands of FSG? Your prime. Like you're 25, 26, your next contract is going to be your prime contract. You're going to play until you're 30 on this specific contract. Do you trust it in the hands of Fenway Sports Group, or do you trust it in the hands of Real Madrid with Mbappe, with Vinicius, with Rodrigo, Tchouameni, Camavinga, all these players you can play with? These are all going to be your partners in crime. I mean, he goes to play with England, meets up with Jude Bellingham, and I'm not even saying this whole friendship stuff. I'm just saying, like, he looks at him and like, bro, this guy was just a very good midfielder at Dortmund. Now he's went to Real Madrid. He's a Ballon d'Or candidate. He probably looking at Carvajal going like, Carvajal is a Ballon d'Or candidate. I can be one if I'm in his place. With all due respect to Carvajal, very good player, but obviously Trent, like as a footballer, as a player, as a technician, and the way that he's improved his defending this season as well, you could tell like, yep, he's getting to that level.
Sancho,
right
boy.
He did. He locked up Sancho. He locked up Leao. He's against every single winger he's come up against. Even, some people mock him, but even Rashford he locked up, which is usually he used to have trouble against him before. So he's had really good games against every winger. I don't think he was bad defensively in a single game this season. Now, if I'm in his place and the club show ambition, if by January 1st you go sign Zubimendi, you go sign a left back, a centre back, whoever, then I would stay, because then they're showing signs of wanting to actually win. But as things stand, you get a new manager and your only signing is Federico Chiesa. You're taking the piss. Like, I know we're top of the league and everyone's happy about that, but you cannot just sign Chiesa with a new manager, because Troops knows this as well. When you get a new manager in, that's when you spend the most money. Like the most. Like, oh, here's my statement. I'm gonna back Arne Slot till the end. And here you go, Arne. Here's 150 million. Go spend so we can, show the whole world that we mean business. But instead, we sign only Chiesa. Trent's probably looking at that, going like, "What the hell? Like, what's happening over here?" In our club this summer, I know I don't want to just get into the keeping up with the Kardashians Liverpool version, but Alisson, Van Dijk, and Mo, and I think Trent himself, all four spoke about signings publicly last summer. Like, they spoke about, of course we want to refresh the squad and stuff like this. They all spoke about it. So it shows me that maybe the feeling as well in the dressing room is a little bit similar. Like, you need fresh faces, new people to work with, etc., who can help take you to over the line. So, yeah.
Prediction. for the game.
Why don't want to talk about Salah and Zinchenko? Don't want to talk about that?
Because what's the need to talk about Salah versus Zinchenko? We know what's going to happen if Zinchenko plays. He's going to get fucking murdered, blood. You get me? Like he does every game. You understand? He's going to be crying on the bench yet again, blood. You get me? The guy got peppered up in fucking pre-season, bro. You understand? Like the man escorted him from the halfway line to the edge of the box, blood. You understand? Like big man ting, bro. It's like he was taking him to his table. You understand? Like what the fuck, blood? Like it's obviously you already know with R1, blood. You get me? Like if Zinchenko, like the left side is mash up. Calafiori's out. You get me? We're praying Timber comes back. You understand? If Timber goes there, then you know what I mean. Salah's in. Get me? Salah's got. He's got to like play at his best to get change out of Timber. Because Timber's not Zinchenko. You get me? He's not even Calafiori. He's defensively one of our best defenders. But if you say who's your top 3 defenders in our team, I'd say not in order, but Timber, Gabriel, and Saliba. They're our best 3.
I agree with that.
You understand? They're the best 3, bro. Like they're the 3 that I would trust in one-on-one situations. That's why I was so baffled as to why Saliba panicked against Bournemouth and brought down Evan Nilsson. You get me?
That made no sense. That made no sense.
And that's put us in a big predicament, bro. You get me? Because we're gonna have to the back line's gonna have to like change a bit. People might be shuffled out of position. Rice might go to centre back. It's all mad blood. You get me? But in the defense, the one we need fit is Timber because there's no left back in it. He's the one that can play left back. Like, I don't think Lewis Skelly. You get me? You're throwing him to the wolves, putting him up against Salah, blood. You understand? Like, yeah, you're at home. Yeah, you're gonna get the fan support. Yeah, you're a good player. You're gonna have like no fear as a young player. But yo, the first time Salah runs at you and drops that shoulder, you're gonna be like, yo, this is not academy football, bro. This is not the Carabao Cup, blood. This ain't Bolton at home, blood. This is Liverpool, bro. You understand? This is a different animal, bro. You get me? So
and it's one of the best wingers in the world as well. Because I watched what Lewis said after the Chelsea game. He was like, yo, I remember I was one of the first people on the Backingham podcast to say this publicly. I was like, just watch out for Mo's playmaking. I don't feel like people give it enough credit. People sometimes just have the same opinion from 4 years ago, 4 years later, like, oh, Mo Salah's just a goal scorer. No, he's not. He's playmaker now as well. Please watch football. He's been so good creatively, where I feel like Zinchenko is double problems. Because if Zinchenko plays
10 men with Zinchenko.
If Zinchenko plays, it's not even just the fact that Mo can score and will score. It's the fact that he just can play the ball in behind him. He just can create for a Nunes or for a Diaz with ease with Zinchenko there. That's why me personally, I'd be a lot more worried with against Timber, of course, because I really rate Timber. I think he's had a fantastic season. Every time I watched him play, he's been fantastic defensively. When it comes to Zinchenko, it's complete opposite. And when it comes to the Arsenal defense, I heard you as well speak earlier on, and you're right. Like you can't really blame Arteta for the defense or the Kroenkes because you did have depth. Like this is a position where obviously it's all gone to the shits now with everyone injured and one guy sent off, but that's not really anyone's fault because you went into the season with enough defensive depth. You had players who could play right back, left back. Even Tomiyasu was injured, so it's not like all the players are fit. But I think I agree with what you said about Saliba as well. Like he was just unnecessarily did what he did for me. And I called you at the time and I told him like, bro, it's Evan Nielsen, bro. It's not Haaland. It's not more running behind. Like I promise you, Saliba would have caught up Evan Nielsen. And even if he didn't catch him, Ben White was there and Raya's there as well. So it's not like a guaranteed goal. No, it's not. Like I don't know why he done that. But anyway, look, for the game, people are doing too much Liverpool praise and just like going in on Arsenal, like we're about to play a bunch of nobodies. I get why Arsenal fans are afraid. I get why Liverpool fans are confident. But at the same time, we're going away to the Emirates. We're not going away to Old Trafford or the Amex or one of the shitter teams in this league. We're going away to the team that is rightfully so finished above us 2 years in a row and was challenging for the title 2 years in a row. So I'm not going into the Emirates going like, we must win or it's a failure or blah, blah. If I see Mo against Zinchenko, I'll be 100 times more confident, yes. But in a title race, and Troops grew up watching this, and I grew up watching this, so we don't change our energy based on the modern day. The rule is get a draw away at your title rival and beat them at home. That's the rule. So, regardless of injuries, the pressure still is on Arsenal to win the game. Because in reverse, if Liverpool win the game, now you're 7 points behind in October. You know, so unless you go flawless from October until May, it's going to be basically very difficult for you to win the league title. So that's why for me the pressure is still on Arsenal. But I'm going to give you the prediction. My prediction is it's going to be one of the most boring games of the whole year because both teams are a lot more defensively, sound than anything going forward. Other than a moment of like Mo magic, I think this game ends 0-0, and that's my honest prediction. I genuinely think this
When was
game
the
is gonna
last
end.
0-0 between Arsenal and Liverpool, bro? I don't think we've had a 0-0 for, I don't know, bro. Let me just go check Arsenal Liverpool results, blood, because
I don't
I
remember
think
the last
that's
time we had
I
a
think
0-0
that's
either.
I think that's unheard of, blood.
Yeah, but think of the history of the managers that we had. Brendan Rodgers, offensive. Arsene Wenger, your whole life, offensive. Klopp, offensive. Now Slot is a lot more cautious, and Arteta is a lot more cautious. Now, if Zinchenko's playing
Bro,
against Mo,
the last
then
0-0 was 2022.
yeah,
Semi-final
if,
Carabao Cup, the first leg. When we
yeah,
drew 0-0 at Anfield and then we lost 2-0 at Emirates.
yeah,
That was the
I
last
remember that
0-0.
stuff.
And then before
If
that, the last
yeah,
0-0 before that, was Jesus Christ. You have to go back to 2015, mate.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not regular occurrence, but listen, if it's Mo against Zinchenko, we're scoring. I'm guaranteeing you at least one goal by me.
Bro, there's only been 3 0-0s, 4 0-0s in the Premier League between us, blood.
That's mad.
So since
That's mad.
that's how unlikely that score is, blood. There's always a
Yeah, but
goal.
we've always had like different types of managers. You had Arsene Wenger for the longest.
Yeah, but we
Who's
had George
horrible.
Graham, blood. He was literally Arteta, but on steroids because he could win trophies,
Careful.
league
Careful.
titles, 89 and all that. It's up for grabs now. You get me?
Careful.
Mm-hmm.
Careful, because someone will be listening to this right now, going like, "There's no way he just called Arteta George Graham. He's got. Don't be careful."
No,
Be careful.
I said George Graham. I said, bruv, George. I said, he's
You know, some
literally.
random 50-year-old
I mean,
will get pissed off at that. You
nah,
know
man,
this.
but they know what I mean, bro. Like, you understand? George Graham was literally 1-0 to the Arsenal was made because of George Graham, bro. It was his
Yeah,
side.
of course.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's what I'm implying.
Listen, it's a possible. Listen, I just don't think
I'll tell you,
because I
nowhere
feel like
near
we're
George
gonna.
Graham. Like, man went to Anfield and done the damn thing 2-0.
That was before I was born. I feel like, listen,
I was 2. I don't remember, but I'm a claim that, blood. You understand?
we're gonna hype up this game so much, but I feel like both teams are too cautious for me to be like, it's gonna be 3-3. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go that far. And for your forward line, I think our defense will deal with it. It's more of a goal from set piece. So maybe if it's not 0-0, let's say 1-1, if you would like. So I think this game ends in a draw, to be honest.
You don't think, raw? Obviously, I'm gonna predict a draw in it, but man, know when I predict a draw, what that means, blood. You know what I mean? So, take it how you want it, blood. 2-2 Arsenal.
Everything I've said in the last 24 minutes, throw it in the out the window if it's Salah against Zinchenko. Then I'm saying win. We're gonna win if that happens. So
It's most likely
where.
gonna be that, blood. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, if it's Mo against Zinchenko, then I'll probably go 2-0 Liverpool or something.
But big up the bro, blood. Man, I appreciate you jumping on, fam. You understand? You lot know the vibe. Subscribe to Don Hussam. You get me. Link in the description as always, blood. You get me. I would say good luck, but I need the luck. You understand? So
You do.
what I will say is I'll see you tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow. Midday, I lie.
12, yes.
Yeah, midday, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. UK. Don Hussam. We're gonna be breaking bread over there. Plus, make sure you tune in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Up the gun. And let's pray that Zinchenko don't start, blood.